a monkey.
And did I?
And I said to her that you didn't. I find that very hard to believe. You didn't call her that.
Yeah.
I said, because I've heard the CCTV tape. I've heard the tape. And she said, well, I want to hear it. I said to her, I'm not getting involved in this. I said to her, she's approached me and Pauline. Pauline goes, what's going on?
What, she came up to you?
Yes.
Where's she parking her car? Up
She
the
didn't
road?
park her car. She told me she's getting a bus now because there's no point getting a car because
Rubbish.
she gets accused.
She's not getting a car.
Of course she's not.
Yeah, right.
And she said to me that it was last Thursday, she believes it was, you were doing my garden for me. I weren't there. And she said that you called her a monkey and started having a go at her. You got very upset with her and started having a go at her. And I turned around and said to her, well, you know, Martin wouldn't have called you a monkey. He's not racist. I said, I'm Jewish. I said, he hasn't got a problem with me. I said, I've heard the tape for myself. I've seen it. I said, and I know he hasn't called you a monkey on there.
Yeah.
And then she starts trying to get Pauline involved.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
Yeah. And Pauline had to go to work. And I said, look, I haven't really got time. You know, I'm not getting involved.
Yeah.
And whatever. And that was it. But she literally said that you called her a monkey, and I know for a full fact that you didn't. I was so annoyed.
Yeah.
And I told Pauline, I said, Martin never called her a monkey.
My blood is boiling, Lisa. I've just had a blazing row with Scotland Yard over this woman. And who was I talking to? An African person.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I spoke to the Pakistani person at Scotland Yard, no problem. When I speak to a white guy or a white woman, no problem.
Exactly.
When it came down to this African person that I've just spoken to, whose charge is to take care of elderly people, problem.
Of course. Of course, because you insulted them and stuff. And she said that, I said to her, no way would Martin call you. I said, no way would he call you that.
Well, I'll tell you what, the very last word in my brain box would be an animal's name, especially like a monkey or a gorilla. It's the last word. I don't, if somebody's racist, I go, you black bastard.
Yeah.
Right? I'm not interested in monkeys or white man or whatever.
Because I said to her, I find it very hard to believe that Martin called you. She goes, he did. I don't lie. I don't bring my car here anymore because I said to her, look, I know for a while he didn't because I've heard the CCTV tape. She goes, what tape? I said, you know what tape?
Yeah, oh, she was standing right next to the camera. You saw me. The police told me to do this.
I know. She said to me about that, and she said to me, Bill and Ellen came out.
No, they didn't.
Because they were worried. They wanted to know what was going on.
They did not come out, Lisa.
I know they didn't come out because they can't bloody come out.
If they'd have come out, I'd have had the camera there.
Exactly, and I saw it, didn't I?
Yeah.
So I know she's a fucking liar.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't worry about that.
I need to find out who she's fucking working for, because that's all Scotland Yard were interested in. Who's she working for? She won't tell me her name. She won't tell me who she works for.
Her name, let me think what's her name. So she told me it's Ita or something like that. Ita.
Ita.
I think it's Ita.
Right.
I'm not sure who she works for. I think the same people who Kim's mother was under, because she used to go to Kim's mum.
Yeah.
I think it's Barnet.
Yeah.
It's either Mencap or it's something to do with Barnet Social Services. And they're cunts. They're fucking cunts. I think it's Social Services.
Right. I'll have to ring them.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm going to go knocking on Bill and Ellen's door.
They won't tell you anything. They'll be too scared to.
Well, this is why I don't want to involve them. I don't see why they should be scared either.
No.
I'd be more scared. I would be more scared of a nurse putting pills down my phone whilst talking on the phone.
I mean, Pauline said to me that she does talk. She agrees that, you know, she's always on the phone, and that
that's what Amanda said.
And she goes up the road. She goes up into Cockfosters on the phone, and she said Pauline told me she's seen her on the phone.
On Cockfosters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So going up Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, I'll tell you, right. If the old Bill knew her route, I could put them on it, and it'd be end of story.
All you have to do is get the car registration in when you next see it.
No, the police want to know what time she delivers the medication, and because she's never here on time, you know, 1:15 is her normal time, but sometimes it's between 1:15 and 3:15.
Well, she's supposed to be coming last thing at night before they go to bed. Now, I do know for a fact
I've never seen her at that time of night.
Well, I have been told by the nieces that they were coming too early to give them their dinner at 3 o'clock, when their dinner should be about 6 o'clock in the evening.
Right. No, you're talking about Meals on Wheels now.
No. And also these people that are supposed to be giving the medication. because from memory, she has a couple of pills at different times of the day.
Yeah. Well, I've only ever noticed her deliver a medication twice, about 1 p.m. and about 6 or 7 p.m.
And today I heard her, and she was in Ben and Ellen, and she's on her fucking mobile 'cause she's talking African or whatever.
But you heard it?
Yes.
Right. I'm going to have to get her boss to speak to you, Lise.
Provided she doesn't know about it.
She was continuously on the phone whilst in Bell and Helen's,
yeah?
See, I'm saying to Scotland Yard, this woman says she drives up on the phone, she admits that, doesn't she?
Yeah.
She's using her hands-free, the communal conference button, but there's no hands-free system in the phone. The woman on Scotland Yard's going, how do you know that she hasn't got hands-free in the phone? Yeah, all defensive, right?
Well,
I'm saying to her, look, you the police can check the mobile phone record because it'll be a continuous telephone conversation.
She has actually got a loudspeaker.
What, in the phone?
On her phone, she's got loudspeaker.
On the phone, yeah.
On the phone, but she hasn't actually got...
So she's driving around with it on her lap?
No, she's not. She's driving with it... holding it, or she's got it by the dashboard or something.
Well, I've seen her literally holding it up to her right ear, her right ear.
So have I, and so has Pauline.
Yeah, and so has Amanda.
Yes. And Pauline said to me today, what's going on? I said, don't worry about it. And then when she got in the car, I told her, so I was fucking fuming.
So what was that rubbish earlier on about her being deaf in one ear?
Yeah, exactly. She's told me she's deaf in one ear, and that's why she has it on loudspeaker. And she told me again today she has a hearing problem.
Yeah. But I've never seen her on a loudspeaker. I've never heard the loudspeaker, because I would hear the loudspeaker, wouldn't you? You would hear the other side of the conversation.
She just puts it on like to say that, you know, she's driving with it on, but she doesn't. She drives to her bloody phone to her ear.
Yeah.
I've seen it, Amanda's seen it, Pauline's seen it, and you've seen it.
Yeah.
But she said that you called her a monkey.
No, I did not call her a monkey.
I know you did, and I heard the bloody tape, which I told her.
Yeah.
It's just she wants to hear it. She's got all defensive then.
Oh, yeah, I know, yeah, of course, of course. Of course. Why do you think I've got a CCTV?
Yeah.
It's fucking brilliant. I love it.
And she said to me, how did he recording it then? And I thought, well, you know. I said to her, you know. You know how he's doing it.
Yeah.
I thought, I'm not fucking going to answer your question. And I felt I felt that she's very confrontational with me. She goes, hello, Lisa, how are you? And then I said, yeah, I'm fine, you? And I thought, oh, thank God she's going to go into Billionaires. Then she started.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, fuck. I don't want to get involved.
She is very confrontational. Very. Yep.
I actually felt... Put it this way, if I didn't have my windows up on the car, I had the roof down.
Yeah.
If I didn't have if I had the windows down, I would have been a bit intimidated. And also, I felt intimidated because she told me I've got a lovely car.
Yeah.
What's she going to do?
Yeah, I know, yeah. She's walking past my place, eyeballing my fucking...
Yeah. And I'm worried that because I know you...
Well, Lisa, right, if you're worried, the thing to do is to tell the fucking old Bill, which is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
I've got a £2,000 telescope in my fucking garden. Do you think I want to get it stolen or smashed up? Fuck your fucking motor.
I'm not being funny. There's more chance of her doing something to the car outside.
Yeah, I know, but going by what you're telling me, it won't be her who comes down and steals your motor. It'll be her little gang of fucking mates.
Yeah, no, they won't steal it because they won't be able to.
Right, well, they'll be around my house, won't they?
Well, what they would do, if anything, they will do things to the car like scratching.
Well, they're not going to pick on you, are they? She's telling them, her little gang, that he is racist.
Yes.
You know it?
But if I stick up for you, then she might say, oh, we're in cahoots.
Right, well, what we do is, we all collectively go to the old Bill, right? And the old Bill could talk to Amanda, they could talk to Pauline. Yes, this woman is continuously on the phone. They interview her. No, I'm never on the phone.
Yeah,
well, I'll tell you what, I've got her on CCTV somewhere. It's just I've got 10 tapes.
And I said to Pauline, I said that she's a fucking liar.
Yeah.
She's lying because she said that Martin called her a monkey, and I know full well that he didn't because I have filled the fucking tape for myself.
Yeah. All she did, she goes something like, you're having a go at me because of my colour. I said, what, are you calling me racist? And I'm going, no. She goes, no. Lisa calls you racist. All the neighbours are calling you racist. They all know that you're racist.
Yeah, she didn't say that to me.
Well, that's what she's saying.
You know what she said to me? She turned around and said that, she said to Mark, I said to him, you know, the guy that was cutting your grass and everything, that lives there, I went, yeah. She said that I speak to you and I know you and
No, you don't. No, you said to her, be careful how you fucking drive.
No. She's saying to me what she told you that day on the CCTV.
Yeah.
Right. That she said that I.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Talk to her.
You talked to her.
Yeah, and you told her, oh, he looks after my 6 cats and stuff like that.
Yeah, but she didn't mention that. She said that I mentioned.
She says it on CCTV.
Yeah, I know she does. And she said that she never mentioned anything. I said to her, well, you know, I don't want to get involved because I thought she was very confrontational at that point.
Yeah.
And I know what she said on CCTV because I've bloody heard it.
Yeah.
And she never mentioned anything about what was said on the CCTV. She made up another little thing that was a lie.
Yeah.
She turned around and said that, you know, that guy that was doing your garden and everything, I told him that I talked to you and that you know Bill and Ellen and you know, and I
So do I.
Well, yeah.
Have you ever seen Bill's medals?
Might have done years ago.
Right, well, you would remember if you really did. You know, he showed me his fucking medals, right? That's how much they fucking like and trust me.
Yeah. But to be fair, with Bill and Ellen, they are, okay, you're fine. Right, I know you now. I did tell them when I first met them to be careful because I didn't know who you were, to be fair. And they've been ripped off so many times by people.
Yeah.
To be fair, Bill and Ellen are too trustworthy with everybody.
Well, this is why I don't go round there all the time, because if stuff goes missing, I don't want to be in that loop.
No.
You understand?
Because they've often said to me, here's my bank account. And I went, no, I don't need your bank account.
No, they've never done that with me.
No, I said, all I need is your cars so we can pay this over the phone for your washing machine so it's still covered.
Yeah, but you are a direct neighbour, right? There's a slight difference there. I wouldn't do that with a total stranger.
And also, because of her mental health, which is to do with Alzheimer's, I've also got, like, basically, I know what's in her medical notes and everything.
Yeah.
I can discuss anything with her
I
doctor
know that,
so that I can tell Canada.
Yeah.
You know, and when the washing machine needs renewing in March, then I will help them sort it out and give the card number over, and they will actually say, you know, have to give permission.
Yeah.
But then I'll tell her daughters and her niece that I've bought out the washing machine, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And that's all I do. But I don't, you know, they'll give the card over to anybody.
Well, I'll tell you, I've got to find out who this woman works for now. I'm not gonna fucking...
I think it's...
I can't let it go, can I?
I think it's Barnet Social Services.
Yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah.
Because I remember that Kim's mother also had the same woman.
Yeah. You see, it's funny, right? You remember when she reversed into my mate's car?
Yes. Oh, I said that to her.
Yeah.
So she brought that up. I said, yeah, not in your green car, in the...
That showgun thing.
What?
That Jeep.
In the Jeep. She goes, he's a liar. He's a liar. I never reversed into the car. He's a liar.
Oh, God. Jeremy was there. We were both there watching her fucking reverse straight into it. We're going, oi, 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 and she kept going.
Yeah, I know. I've seen how she reverses into Chrissy's drive.
Yeah.
And everyone.
See, the day after that incident, she turned up in the green Clio.
Yeah.
So her boss must have noticed that there's some damage. Right? Oh.
It was damaged all over, like the bloody green car.
Right.
The green car's got dents all over it. I know she had a notice in it a couple of weeks ago to sell it.
See, I can't be sure that it was her driving that showgun thing, right? But I do know it was the medication team that delivers, it was that team. And if she's
she's already told me it was her car. That Jeep was hers. She told me it was hers.
It was her private car?
Yeah.
So now she's in the company car because she's crashed it into Jeremy's.
But I don't know, because she told me that she got this car, she bought this car, or her friend gave her the car, I can't remember which way it was.
But the Clio's hers now as well?
Yeah, the Clio's hers, and that she was going to give it to her sister and get another car, but I did notice 2 weeks ago it had a sign for sale on it, and I don't know how much it was. Because I told her what I got for my car, but I told her that my car's in better condition than hers, and she wouldn't get that for it.
Yeah.
And she agreed.
So the Jeep was hers, this Clio thing is hers?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so if the old Bill catch her up, I get her on CCTV at the end of the road, I'm going to get the old Bill straight fucking onto her and it'll be her private address. I've already reported this car to the old Bill.
Well, put it this way, right, I'm just wondering if she hasn't got the car, if she was actually insured to drive.
Well, this is the bottom line, isn't it? Now she's being caught red-handed on camera, not driving the car. Well, but now she's walking in here. Perhaps she is actually taking the bus. You're right. Maybe she's not insured. I can't say that
driving the car.
I'll be honest with you. I can't say I saw a tax disc.
I don't know. I didn't bother to look either.
No, I don't bother to look either.
But there's one way to find out. Next time she comes in.
Hang on. The front of the car is on the CCTV. I'll have to check.
Yeah. Get the number plate.
I know a number plate.
Okay, well, that's good enough.
I've given it to the old Bill. They said that, you know, thanks for the information. We can't come down here and monitor it because we don't know what time she turns up. Do use a CCTV, and we will keep an eye out for her on the streets.
Well, she said the police were telling her to keep a note, and I thought, yeah.
She said what?
She said something about the police had told her to keep a note on you or something.
So the police have been in contact with her?
I would have thought so.
Right, I know someone has, Lisa. I know that someone has.
She's not in the car, is she?
What?
But what I thought, if she's telling me what she's telling me, that she doesn't bring the car anymore because it's too much hassle and that she gets the bus everywhere, well, that will make her even later for all her appointments and she won't be allowed to do her job.
Exactly.
So she's lying.
She is lying. And this is what I said to the old Bill last week. I bet you she's now going to park the car at the end of the road.
She's probably parking it right round the corner. I would have thought it'd be in Barring or somewhere. I mean, what we need to do is next time she's there, right, like you've got to be up early, right, is to basically, once she goes into Bill and Ellen, you and I get in my car and we drive around and see where her car is and then you take a picture of it.
Yeah. Well, I don't have that much memory in my phone. Right, okay.
So that's what I was trying to phone you about.
Yeah, I know, but it's too early, Lee. She rang me at midday yesterday as well. You know, this is what I mean. If you keep ringing me and it's not a fucking dire emergency waking me up, I will ignore it. I'm not kidding, Lisa. I can't handle someone that I'm not screwing waking me up all the fucking time.
I wanted you to confront her, as you could have done while she was in there.
No, you should have never have spoken to her until I've got the camera.
Well, the problem was...
You could have done this in the afternoon. Yeah, I know.
The problem was, I was already out. I was waiting for her calling, and she was confrontational towards me.
Yeah.
So, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, well...
I listened to what she said, I heard what she said, and I know she's lying. And I basically told her she's lying.
Yeah, all right. Well, the point is, I ignored it at a moment when I should not have fucking ignored it, because I'm too used to being woken up over nonsense. Yeah.
Don't worry.
Alright, well, anyway, I can't let it go at the moment. I can't have this woman ruin my life. Just, I've got to get right on this.
And you got to go to the doctor.
I've booked it, 3:30.
Good, make sure you go.
Well, you know.
No, make sure you go.
Well, I'm about to have a few barneys with the council now, so I might even get arrested at any moment. Don't forget, they've got a power of arrest on me whenever they fucking well want.
Well, just be nice to the council and don't swear at the council. So if you did get arrested for being shouting and aggressive, they can't do anything about it. Providing you don't swear and don't threaten them, they can't do fuck all.
Look, last week all I did was tell the woman about Deborah Allday calling me a fucking fruitcake and she put the phone down.
Well, she would, wouldn't she? Because she's an ignorant cow.
Yeah, exactly. And then all she's got to do is go, oh, I've had this guy, oh, we look him up on his housing thing, oh, racist, oh, anti-Semitic, right, I'll make a complaint against the power of arrest, right, this is it, I'll do the fucking, he called me a fucking fruitcake, not listening to what I actually said.
I know.
Deborah Allday called me a fucking fruitcake. Edward Witchhausen specifically told me that it's okay to swear if you're quoting about what happened.
Yeah.
If you swear at somebody, you are a fucking bastard, that's different.
Yeah, because when you're in court, when I was in court to do with my daughter Rachel, I turned around and said to the judge, please forgive me for saying this, but, you know, if this honourable court and
well, this is it. The only time that I've ever apologised for is in front of the judge. Yeah. Otherwise, we're just talking grown-up conversation. You put me in front of a judge, you will see a completely polite side to me.
Yeah.
Because I know how it is in court.
Yeah.
You know, even when they were throwing me in jail, I was going, thank you for your time, magistrates, taking the piss out of them for not listening to me, giving me no time.
But you see, when I was in court, I I turned around to the judge and said, you know, if this honourable court and my lord permits me to say this, I will tell you the words that were said.
Yeah.
And he said, okay. And I said, right, well, they said fucking this and fucking that and whatever.
Yeah.
And the judge was fine about it because they gave permission that you could say it.
Yeah.
So, you know, provided you ask the judge for permission to say what was said, then you're fine. If you just say it,
yeah,
that's when they take offence.
I know, I've done that.
Yeah.
I had British Rail take me to court for fucking walking through their window, right? And I asked the guard, oh, can you repeat the message that the train is delayed? And he shut the door on my face. My briefcase went through his fucking door, right? And I don't know what it was. I asked him to repeat the message because it was in pidgin English, and I wanted to get it on tape because I was actually on my way to court. Yeah. And the train being late by an hour was going to put me an hour late. Yeah. So I asked him to repeat the message, and he said to me, "What's that, white boy? Fucking a microphone. Oh, the heels are all." They started doing this ancient fucking 1940s rock and roll racist shit against me, right? And they were taking, and then he shut the door on me, and my briefcase smashed his door window. Yeah. They then took. I said, right, I'll be back after the court thing. I got on the train, fucked off, came back. They arrested me for criminal damage. So what I did, I took all photographs of Finsbury Park Station, and I've still got them right now. You can come and have a look at them. All of the front doors, and there was 23 of them, had shattered sheets of glass, with little kiddies with their mummies walking through them. Outside the courtroom, I had no barrister. A little Chinese barrister came up to me and said, what's the problem, you know, you're on your own, do you want any help? So I showed him these photographs. Opposite was these 6 fucking guys from British Rail shitting bricks. When they went into that fucking courtroom, they were fucking shitting it. The magistrate, without saying anything, he looked at them, he looked at me, and he said, why are there 6 of you and 1 of him? Right, because the magistrate had got wind that I had these photos. He wouldn't look at the photos, because British Rail was shitting it. Oh, we don't want to do all this. Woo. If I'd have got those photographs in front of that fucking judge, Finsbury Park Station would have been shut down. And it's all because this black bastard, and he was massive, right? You know them pig ignorant fat fuckers that are cocaine dealers on the telly? He was like that. Oh, you white boy, what's that microphone? The hills are alive with the sound of music. And he was singing about the little white boy. It was sort of a Rolf Harris sort of song. Little white boy, something like that. Like a lullaby.
No, there's a song by Tommy Steele called Little White Boy.
Yeah, I think that's what it was, yeah.
Little White
He was calling me little white boy, yeah.
Yeah, but this is Ball.
Yeah, but he was calling me
boy.
Yeah,
I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's Tommy Steele's song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I might even have the tape still.
But I just thought I should let you know what she said.
Yeah, well, you know, I'm not fucking, I've never called any black person a monkey.
I know you haven't.
You know.
To be fair, and I told her
I mean, I'll be honest with you, Elise, right, you're more racist than I am.
Hold on. Hello? Hold on 1 second. Martha, I've got an important call. Can I phone you back?
You've got an email, so you need to come over when you're ready.
Thanks.
See you later.
Bye.